Welcome, guys. Yeah, I know you're anxious to get into the sand and learn about getting the ball out of here. So, yeah, following up from last week when we were hitting balls over in the driving range, we're gonna hop in the sand. You can see that I've set up some stations for you with clubs on the ground, and there are some range balls set up in the baskets behind you. So, just a couple words about safety. We do have a lefty in the group, somebody who knows how to play from the correct side of the ball. So Dylan being the lefty, we're going to make sure he stays on this end so nobody's swinging back to back with lefties and righties. So Dylan, you're going to come to this end. Angie, Judy, and Larry, you can fit into whatever station. So go ahead and hop in there. Yeah, perfect. So just out of interest, what clubs, Dylan, it looks like you have a sand wedge. Is that sand wedge? Yeah, Angie? You got a sand wedge? Yep. You have a 9-iron? And a 9. Okay, good. So the whole idea here, guys, in the sand, just again, one more final word about safety, is if the balls happen to go up towards the lip of the bunker, we'll just leave them there. We got lots here. If we need to take a break and collect them, we can certainly do that. But, you know, we've discussed, a little bit about technique the last couple weeks. And I just want to make sure that you're clear and you have a sense of what we did around, hanging on to the club and standing at it. Are you, for the most part, are we fairly comfortable? I know you had some great questions at the end of last week. And seemed like there was some light bulb moments there, and I feel pretty good about it, but I want to make sure you're okay. Yeah? Good. All right, so before I even give you any technique talk about getting out of the sand, I'm going to let you kind of explore a little bit and let you kind of feel your way through it, and maybe that'll get some questions and stimulate some thoughts before we talk about technique. So maybe hit 6 or 8 or 10 balls each, and we'll move on from there. So I just, I watch a couple of hit shots and some of them stay in the bunker and some of them go flying over. But I think it's important to recognize that I think sometimes the bunker gets a bad rap. And the shots maybe in here don't need to be as difficult as they're perceived. This is simply a learned skill. This is no different than putting, no different than chipping. It's a skill that you're just going to learn, and you'll find that getting the ball out of the bunker is fairly easy. So with that in mind, you've hit a few and you've kind of got yourself acclaimed a little bit to the bunker here. I just want to talk a little bit about the actual technique. So again, you're telling me you're comfortable with hanging onto it and standing at it. The grip and the posture essentially are going to be the same. And for today, we're going to make 2 little adjustments to your technique in the beginning here, and that is where the ball is placed between your feet. So being a lefty, I'm going to come to this end. I'm just going to get Dylan to slide over here for a minute. And you can see that when I line up to the ball, that the ball is placed, all right, if I was to draw a line, by my instep of my forward foot. Not a lot unlike where you might place the driver. All right, so that's going to be one change as opposed to, say, greenside chipping where it would be not so forward and not near your target foot. So once you do that, the reason that happens is because when you go to make the stroke, you're actually going to hit the sand first. All right, so I'll hit 2 for you just to give you a sense of what it looks like. And then I'll give you a couple minutes to try it on your own. So the ball's forward by my step, and I'm going to hit it somewhere around there, around an inch or so, inch or 2 behind the ball, and it's going to go like this. And that's what happens when you don't hit behind the sand. You're going to hit it thin. Larry, you got that shot, don't you? All right. All right, so let's try that again. Again, ball forward, and you're going to hit the sand and let it go. All right, and the sand is just going to throw the ball out of the bunker. Okay? Like so. So, come on back in, Dylan. Go ahead and hit a few. Good, so the club is going to slide under the ball. There you go, Angie. That was really good. That had good acceleration. That was nice, a nice slide under the ball. So make sure when you're in the bunker, just to give you a sense here, make sure the ball is not sitting too down into a hole. Very good again. Larry, that's really good ball position where you have the ball placed by your left foot. That's excellent. Very good. I'm just going to get you a little cleaner sand. There you go. Good. And again, once you're there, don't be afraid to move that ball a little more forward. You can back up a little bit. There you go. Excellent. You're just going to smash that sand. Atta girl. If you find it's getting a little bit hard underneath, you can just move the ball a little off to the side. Sometimes when the sand gets displaced, it gets a bit firm. So as you're going, whether it's now when you're hitting some shots or earlier when we started kind of exploring a little bit, have any questions popped up in your head about what we're trying to do here? Heads up, Judy, I'm going to walk behind you. Any questions come up in your thoughts and what you're trying to do here? Yeah, Larry? Yeah.
If you're down deeper, what change should I do to get it up?
Yeah, so just I don't know if you guys heard Larry just asking. Sometimes the bunkers can be fairly deep. Some of the golf courses you play in the lip or the edge of the bunker to get the ball over can be pretty high. So once you're in there, right, again, the better your technique, the easier that's going to be. But no question that you can start to take the club face a little bit and you can open it up. You can lay it flatter down. So you can see me if I look this way for you. Yeah, you're good there. So if I was going to hit a shot, I'm not going to hit it. If I was going that way, I can just take the club and lay it flat this way, right? Essentially increasing the loft of the club. All right? So that's one way to help do that. You're going to make sure that the ball stays near your forward foot, and you can open the club face a little bit, and that's going to help project it a little bit higher. Yeah, what a great question about your aim now, because yeah, you're probably going to have to aim yourself for the righties a little more to the left because the club face is off angle. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, great question. Okay, good. So hit a couple more, and then we'll just get ready to wrap it up. Ah, good. That's a nice amount of sand. Good, Dylan. All right. So just as we're wrapping up, again, just a word of review. So when you're in here, again, same grip and same posture. You're going to strike the sand first and let the club kind of slide under the ball. And just to speak to Larry's point, if you get into a situation where the lip is a little bit high, you can just open that club face a little bit and don't change your technique overly. All right, guys? Thank you. We'll see you next week. All right. Okay.